Welcome everyone to the CueSports International Expo. This is the Alfa Las Vegas Women's Open. 64 players started out on Thursday, and here we are with down to the final 16. This is the Pro Billiard Series. So it'll be 2 races to 4 with a shootout determining if they tie. You have Brittany Bryant and Woojin Lee. This is George Deacha in the booth, joined by Mark White, bringing you the live action from the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino.
Good morning, George. Good morning, viewers all around the world. Lovely to have you back. Well, it was a great night last night with the final, and we're going to have another final one here later on today, George, around about 4 p.m. Looking forward to it. Who's it going to be?
Well, could be one of these two ladies. You have Woojin Lee, who is a 688 Fargo with only 139 games of robustness. But she's from Korea. She left to Taiwan and spent 2 years with the Ko brothers, Ko Ping-yi and Ko Ping-chung, for training in pool.
What about Ko Ping-hun?
I don't.
Was he not there?
She did not. She did not say anything about him. She talked about those two. She's ranked #1 in Korea. She's been playing. She started playing pool when she was 13, and she is now 23 years of age. Do we talk about women's age?
Yeah.
Talk about men's. Why not? Right?
Of
She's
course.
sponsored by Fury Cues and plays with one, and also LGU.
Well, that was a nice break, and look at that position on the one, George.
Looking pretty strong here. As 688 Fargo, she's got to find position for this 2-ball, though, and it's hard to come by. She can bring this back. It goes by the 10, so she can come right between the 3-8. She's going to go forward and come across. Is her speed that good?
Oh, dear, oh,
wow,
dear. What a shot.
She had us both at the same time.
Well, it didn't take her long to get used to the speed of the table, did it?
She only hit about 2 racks. Well, she won her first 2 rounds, defeating Angela Janik.
Yeah, Janik.
And Laurie John Brown, but she lost to Angeline Tekalu. And then she won her 1-loss side match against Kim Newsom. And here she faces Brittany Bryant in the final 16. This is the second stage, so it's single elimination.
Yep, lose today, and you're on a plane home. Now then, has she judged the position on this 3-ball perfectly as well?
Right between the 6-8. Wow.
She didn't make it. Well, she made it, but in the wrong pocket. Well, it's
Well,
an option, but I think Brittany's going to take it up.
Well, she's going to have to go 2 rails for position on the 5. I don't think she can or she can stun up for the 5. Put a little draw and go right into the 5 here. It's too close to the
Unlike
side
you
pocket.
to be so adventurous, George.
Yeah, I know that side pocket's deep, isn't it?
Have you gone crazy overnight?
What do you mean gone? I've been crazy like for a long time. We are sponsored by Alfa Coin, Rums de Puerto Rico, Medalla Premium Light, Cyberts.com, all the billiard supplies you would want. And if you were here at the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino, we still have a lot of vendors here.
We do have other games going on, of course, on our outer tables, and there's some great matchups. I just spotted one, George. Alison Fisher against Amalia Matas from Spain.
Oh.
Recently won a European title, so that's going to be a great match. And we'll keep you up to date with all the scores, guys, from around the room.
Down to the final 16, so there's 8 matches, like you said. Little kick and stick here. Oh, she's not going to kick this ball. She's going to kick and try to make it. Well, we'll see how she addresses this. Another option would be to kick it down table and keep the cue ball up there on top and leave distance and maybe cover between the 8-10. This is going to leak and leave a shot. Now, I think most pros would have probably kicked that down table and kept the cue ball with a kick and stick on top. Kicked it towards where the cue ball is now and then have the ball come over by the 10 with the cue ball, the 1 diamond off of the head rail there.
Steps into the shot very nicely. Good stance.
Good
Just for a shot. Very nicely played.
This is one of the first times that this is the first time we have an Alfa Las Vegas Open. It is the inaugural. It is also the first Predator U.S. Pro Billiard Series for the women. They have 10 events for 2022, 3 which will be the U.S. Pro Billiard Series. In other words, this format right here with the 2 races to 4 and the shootout.
She's actually 14 times Canadian champion, I've just read, George.
Yes.
2 times junior world champion, multiple bar table champion, highest finish in a world championship, top 8. So, good pedigree.
Young lady can play, and she plays with a Roy Mason custom cue from Canada. All her cues, the break cue and the jump cue, come from Roy Mason.
Well done, Roy. You're doing a great job.
Yeah. Her current WPBA ranking is 4. Her highest ranking achieved is 2. 30-year-old from Guelph, Ontario, Canada.
Nice action here. Nice follow through, and this is a great shot.
And this is for game number 1.
Oh, she's got the speed down pretty well as well.
This is a winner break format. Whoever won the lag breaks first. In the second set, the loser of the lag gets to break. And if it goes to a shootout, it goes the 10 ball. If it goes to a shootout, the winner of the lag gets to choose whether to go first and the side.
I just noticed something there. You're talking about the shootout. That 10 ball was exactly on the spot of where it was racked in the rack, where we use it for the shootout, and it hadn't moved a centimetre, hadn't moved a quarter of an inch in that whole rack. So it means it was a nice tight rack. But Michaela racked up for the first one.
Let's see, Wu Jin broke the balls. Or did Brittany Bryant break them? We'll have to keep track of that.
I believe Wu Jin did. Yeah, Wu Jin did. She made a ball and went for the 1 ball, and then didn't get on the 2. Got on the 2 perfectly, didn't you remember?
Yep. Yes, I do. I do now.
Yeah.
So Brittany took the first game.
Against serve.
But there's no serve here because it's winner break. And there you see her patches, LGU, Fury Qs. But she's, as you said, again, serve. She stole her break.
She absolutely looks focused. Breathing deeply, staying calm.
Brittany Bryant, I've heard the name, but this is the first time I get to see her play. She is from Canada. How would you like to spend 2 years training with Kopi Ni and Kopi Chung in Taiwan? There goes a 7.
I'd just like to hang out with them, whether they were teaching me or not. They're great fun.
Yeah.
Such nice people. Met some great characters and people from all around the world, George.
Just past 11 days. You've been traveling quite a bit, Mark. You were in Mexico City for 14 days before you came to the States.
I have to keep on moving, George. I can't stay anywhere too long.
I see that. A rolling stone gathers no moss.
Absolutely right.
You're off to Taiwan here pretty soon.
Thailand.
Thailand, excuse me. Yeah.
I wish I was going to Taiwan. I'd pop in and see the Coe brothers.
Well, you might bring bad memories. They didn't have a very successful trip out here.
No, they didn't, did they? I thought they were going to go deep in a few things, but, you know, they haven't played top-class action for a couple of years, George. They're a little bit ring rusty.
And here at the CueSports International Expo, it was top class. The first tournament, which was the Alfa Las Vegas Open, was 192 players of the top players in the world as they prepared for the Predator World 10 ball, which had the final last night, and we crowned the new 10 ball champion. One of the semi-finalists was Eklund Kachi, who was the reigning champion. She played the combo. Now she'll have to go rail first. Oh, she did not call the combo. She was playing safe. Now I wonder if, well, Brittany knows she can put her back in, because you make a ball out of turn and the player, incoming player, can have her shoot again.
Yeah, remember early 10s do count in this particular format. Not on the break anymore, but they do. Early 10s, a combo or a carom.
She's let her back in. I think she can go rail first here.
Thank you.
You just heard her call extension. There is a shot clock, of course, guys and girls. 30-second shot clock, 1 extension per rack each. 60 seconds after a break and 60 seconds after a push out.
And we have Michaela, the First Lady of Pool, Michaela Tab, refereeing this game. Our head referee here at the Alfa Las Vegas Women's Open. This is very makeable.
She put it back in there.
Yes, she did. Now she has a very long shot on this 3 ball. Young lady has a great pre-shot routine. Watch how she steps into the shot. Long shot.
This is a super difficult shot, this. Took her extension just to compose herself. Let's see her shot routine.
Well,
what a view we've got here. Oh, very close, very close. Unlucky. I thought she was going to really power that, but she stroked it nicely, George.
The way she was addressing the ball, you know, with the stance and the cue, I thought she might be stopping the ball and taking that 3 ball around 3 rails to use the 9-10 for a stop, for a blocker. I didn't think she was playing the ball. It laid very nice for a good safety. Long shot though, but why play safe if you can get position and run out?
Let's just bring you some latest scores from around the room. Jasmine Ocean is 2-0 up against Kaylee McIntosh. Kelly Fisher is 1-0 up against Heather Cortez. Lena Corsovic is 1-0 up against America's Mary Tam. And Amalia Matas, the Spanish European champion, is 2-0 up against Alison Fisher. So there's the latest scores. We'll keep you up to date, guys, as the matches go on. Back to this one. Brittany Bryant at the table, nicely on the 4 ball.
5 ball hanging over a pocket, the 6 ball in the same. This is really just keep everything in line. Don't let anything slip away. Let's see how she plays the 6 to the 8. She'll want to put a little inside on this and either play the 6 in the side or come over and play the 6 in the corner for a shot on the 8 for the same pocket.
I actually like going 3 rails on that, coming round and leaving it in the side. This has gone a little bit wrong now.
It does.
She might have to take it in the side. Can she cut this in the side, George?
If she does, she will be threatening the corner pocket. She should hit short of it, but
I think she can put a little bit of draw on it. Maybe try and draw into the 8, catch the left-hand side of the 8, knock it towards the pocket. She's going in the side. She's going low. Let's see what happens.
Should be successful with this.
Oh, she's played it great. Got a little bit too much English on it, if anything, but
Stay
she's
off
all
the-
right.
Yeah, stay off the rail, and she did. Now it's just a matter of rolling that 8-ball in, and she'll be on the 9.
Yeah, this is one of those shots. It's all out. Just make the ball. Guaranteed to be on the 9 ball. Just stroke it in. Keep the head down, Brittany. Nicely played.
$52,000 in prize money, Mark.
She's working hard for this, George. Yeah, huge prize money. What's the first prize?
$15,000. Second prize is $9,400.
Big money. Oh, just played a bit of a quick one there. Put in a quick stroke now, then this bank is on, George.
It is. Let's see what kind of training she has. She
called it
got
straight away, didn't
straight
hesitate.
away. Well, you know the great thing about, well,
There's the champion.
There's our champion from our
World
10-ball
champion.
champion, Wojciech Szewczak. He must have hurt you. See, we got him away. There we go. He's one happy man. He's $60,000 richer for his performance in the 5-day tournament. He defeated a very game Christopher Davis from Peru, from Lima, Peru. What a match that was. Talk about exciting. Right down to the, it kept everybody in the stands on their toes.
I got a little bit excited then, George, when I saw the current
Some?
champion. Felt like I seen a movie star for the
Well,
first
they
time.
flashed him on the screen. We hadn't really been looking at the stands. Oh, look at this shot.
Nice shot.
by
Played it with a bit of
Britain.
outside, bit of right-hand English as well. Beautifully played.
Yeah, and how safely she played that. Most people put a little bit of right-hand English, and that shot will track towards the side pocket. Dangerously close. We'll go to a break after this 10-ball. Back. The Las Vegas Women's Open. Brittany Bryant to break the balls, leading 2-0 in a race to 4. This is the very first set of the 2 races to 4. 10-ball. Does not count on the break.
Let's have a look at the break of Brittany.
Well, There goes to 5. Will it get there? No, it just sits on top of the pocket, in front of the pocket.
Looked pretty good, George, that break, didn't it?
Yes. And she had some balls tracking in towards the right pockets, but this gives this young lady from Korea a nice little combo. We're having a little problem with our scoreboard, and we'll get it set up for you, but I'll keep you up to date. It's 2-0, Brittany Bryant.
Welcome to everyone on YouTube and Billiards TV. Great to have you with us, guys. Nicely played. Now, will she go rail first on this, George?
I think she can just use high English on it. It'll go 2 rails towards the 4 for position on the 2. Yeah, she'll have that window between the 4-8 on the left side of the table.
Yeah, high English, there you see it. Perfect camera view. Let's see how she strokes this one. Just perfect. Now is she going to get on it? Yes, she is. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, she just checked to see if the 3 goes by the 10. I cannot tell if it does for the corner. So a little follow here and she'll get on to 3. Just roll this down and follow the cue ball. Should be on the 3 ball for the right hand corner. And then the 4's right up the table. Oh no, she came out for it.
There's no going back after this round. If you lose today, you are out.
But you are guaranteed $1,200. Final 16. So 8 players will take home $1,200.
Calls an extension and puts the extension on her cue. We got 2 for the price of 1 there, George.
And 8 players will move forward. She's in trouble here. I did not.
How's her jumping?
We're going to find out what her jump cue, how she is with the short cue. It's all ball fouls, so Michaela Tabb has gotten in position to see if the 10 ball gets touched.
Yeah, has to keep 1 foot on the floor, of course. Now look at that for dexterity.
There's that shot clock.
Good hit.
It's gonna.
Well, okay, it's not quite as bad as it could have been. She could have made that in the wrong pocket, and then Brittany would have put her straight back in.
Mm-hmm. You can see some of our sponsors, Jam Up Apparel. Predator, our title sponsor, with the Predator US Pro Billiard Series events. 6 events for the men. There's still 4 events to come for the women this year.
She's got away with this. Will we see the jump cue again?
I believe
think
so.
we
She's
will.
bringing both. She says, I'm going to be efficient with my walk. Lays the cue
There's
down.
the bang, the cue on the floor.
First time we've seen that.
Oh, great jump.
First jump shot executed.
Does it pass
Successfully? There's a good question. Well, that's nice playback here. Watch the technique. She comes through the ball.
Great shot. I wonder, will we see any double jumps today?
I think it's gone viral on Facebook and in the world, Predator World.
Oh, she played the 10 there. Called the 10 ball, played the 10. And it would have counted, it would have been a win.
You know, when you compare watching the pros play and you know, high 600 rated players play, you'll see that they're out for a little quicker win when they have a chance. The pros will take their time and work their way to the finish line on the game. Safety played.
Well, that's a bit risky. Oh, she's left a possible bank.
I believe she was trying to roll that up on the 8, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. She might be able to just cut this right down the rail.
I
If
think
not,
you're
it's
right.
Yeah.
Overcut it. Now, imagine what it must be like to have the Coe brothers as coaches. Fabulous opportunity that was, wasn't it?
Two of the best players in the world.
I know Kelly Fisher went there as well. Alison Fisher's been over there. That's where the go-to place to learn. Siming Chen as well is over there. Terrific player.
Too bad she's not here, since this does have a world title.
Wow, this is, will we see the jump again? I think we will. Or is she going to kick this one?
I don't know if she can reach this one to jump it.
Thank you.
To lean over that ball.
Thank you.
I like the kick shot here. Let's see what kind of speed she kicks this with.
Oh,
Whoa,
that's
what
how
a
good she
shot.
kicks it. Did she call it? She did
Yes,
call
she
it.
did. She pulled it
Brilliant
out.
shot.
And look at the position on the 7 ball. Cue
What
ball
a
went around the
shot.
table and right in position. Now it's just pocket the ball, slide the cue all over just off the rail, and play the 8 ball in the opposite corner pocket, or she can come out. They like coming out for this. This is a nice shot. Well, she's down 2 games to 1. Or 2 games to 0, and this will put her on 1. Mark looked at me like, she hasn't won a game yet. Follow this 2 rails, possibly 3.
Glad you keep notes, George, because I haven't got a clue what the scores.
Played it
Oh,
very
don't
well.
overrun it too much.
Just a little bit.
That's okay.
And this is for her first mark on the scoreboard, which we can't see on the screen. But close the gap a little bit.
Nicely played. Now we haven't got a scoreboard on the screen here, but I've got some scores from around the room for
Awesome.
you. Now then, Jasmine Ocean has increased her lead to 3-0 over Katie McIntosh. Kyoko Sonet and Melissa Helen, a 1-1. Kelly Fisher 2-0 up. Angelina Tikolu is 1-0 up against Angela Janic. Lena Corsovic is level with Mary Tam, 1-1. Alison Fisher now 3-0 down to Amalia Matas. Ashley Burrows going well still. It's 1-0 up against Susan Williams. And as you know, Brittany Bryant 2-1 up here against Woo Jin Lee. Michaela racking the balls. There's Brittany just inspecting the tip, George.
Mm-hmm. You know, I was kind of surprised that not more of the women played in the Las Vegas Alpha Las Vegas Open, because Amalia Matas played, Kelly Fisher played.
Yeah, Jasmine was due to play, but she caught COVID, didn't she?
Uh,
So she couldn't play.
right.
She was quarantining in Minnesota after the last tournament that she played in, the one that Alison Fisher and Kelly Fisher contested the final in.
There goes
Oh,
the
look at this break.
ball on
Look
the
at this
break.
break, George.
Watching these balls go in. Doesn't appear that the, well, she's looking to see if the one ball goes by the 6 for the side pocket. But I believe she's lined up pretty well. She can either roll the cue ball onto the 6, although it's the angle's not there. She can roll it onto the 2 ball if she wants, or go by the 2 and try to come up on the 10 ball. Just like this. And she's got a safety. She's got a blocker. She might be able to feather the 1. I don't think she can see any of it though. It's so tight.
Yeah, she's eyeing up the kick. Might need just a bit of right-hand English on this, going just before the side pocket.
Medium speed to get it up to the head rail and come down just a hair.
Oh, she just caught it and she's left it on.
Oh boy.
Now then, a chance for Wu Jin to go level at 2-2. This is the race to 4, remember guys, 2 races to 4. And he's got that little thing at the end, if they're one set all, called the shootout,
They're
which
not
people
exciting,
love.
are they? They're not exciting, are they? We watched a couple last night, actually, in the women's tournament, in between our matches for the Predator World 10 ball. I'm not sure if she can pocket this 2 ball and hold position for the 3, so she might have to run the cue ball a little up and down.
I think it goes in the side past the 9.
See, she's trying to hold.
That's okay. Now then, she can just hold the cue ball where the 3 is if she's straight in. We'll soon know whether she goes low or high on the cue ball. She's going low.
Oh, she had a shot the whole time, just like you said. It'll go right by the 9.
I'm in the right position here, George. I was right behind it. I cheated a little bit. I looked at the table. My eyes strayed from the monitor for just a few seconds.
Mark wishes my eyes wouldn't.
This is the land of the free, George. You could do whatever you want.
Keep in mind, it's also the home of the brave. And I brought my Superman shirt.
Oh dear. We're all in trouble, guys.
You're scared of a shirt?
I'm just thankful that the telephone boxes don't exist anymore. Or at least they're rarer than they used to be. I wonder what those people that used to make those telephone kiosks, what happens? Do they go out of business?
It's a company called Apple. They make iPhones.
Yeah, they expanded.
That's right.
They just shrunk it a little bit.
She's looking good through this rack. She'll just come off the rail. She's just giving you an idea where she's going with the cue ball, in line for the 9 for her next shot.
Yeah, for anyone who hasn't watched women's pool for a while, it's on the up, and I tell you, there's some great players out there. And we're seeing 2 right here, right now. Now, I wish you'd go around the back of the 10 here, George. I like that. Or is it too risky? You could just drop it in and try and hold it.
I like going just like you called it, right around the 10.
Around the back, yeah.
Around the bottom here of the table and up for the left-hand corner pocket.
Very wisely called her extension there. even before she got down, even before the last clock was running down.
Keep in mind, this is the shot that wins her the game. Good position on the 10, and you don't have to worry about missing it. And she's played it perfectly, except you just don't want to be on the rail.
Yeah, I just have to keep the head still on this. We are going to go to a break, George. But we'll be back.
And probably will be tied up when she pockets this 10 ball. Wu Jin Lee to break the balls, tied at 2. She was down 2-0 and took the last 2 racks to tie things up. Keep in mind, this is a race to 4 on the first set, and there'll be a race to 4 in the second. If both players split or win a set, it goes to a shootout, which is also a race to 4. Well, it's 4 innings. Winner after 4 innings. Let's see how she breaks the balls here. It doesn't appear that anything's going to be even headed towards a pocket. There goes the 4, but it doesn't have the speed.
It looked a little bit soft, that break.
It does.
Looked like there wasn't quite enough power in that one. Not as good as her first one. So, is she pushing?
No, it looks like she's trying to cut the one and play safe.
She can't see it, can she?
Well, the way she's aiming,
No,
apparently she can't.
Really? I don't think she can see that. Well, I'm surprised if she can.
She's going to try to bank the ball to the center of the table.
Oh, she can. Look, there's the better
and bring the cue
angle.
ball all the way down. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
That's nice safety.
Well, camera angles can be very deceiving, can't they?
Well,
I would have bet your house on that, George.
Well, thanks for betting my house, but I wouldn't let you. She's got a tough shot here. She's going to have to come between the 6-8 and the 5 to that rail and hold it up a little bit. And she can't. The cue ball's on the rail almost. So, because she's going to have a dig on this a little bit. And by digging on it, I mean use low English.
She's going twice across.
She must be using right. Oh, no, she's using left-hand spin. Yeah, she
was always hitting the 2 there, I thought.
Well, yeah, she was trying to spin the ball up towards the 1 instead of. I think she could have gone past the 5 and held it up. but maybe it was too much of an angle. The players see the angles a lot better than we can on the monitor.
I think maybe she wanted to put bottom on it and couldn't because she was too near the rail, George.
I agree. Interesting.
We have matches today for you, this one, and then one at midday, one at 2, and our final scheduled for 4 p.m. today. Who's going to be in it? Well, she's tucking up.
She's going to put the cue ball behind the deuce, it looks
Going
like.
for the 3 fouls, George.
Well, that's a jam-up safety. There is a 3 foul rule. 3 consecutive fouls by the same player constitutes a loss of game. You can call this a simple one-rail kick, but it's got a little angle to it.
Yeah, and a little bit of pressure knowing if she misses it, she's on 2 fouls.
And
just like that.
Message she has to set the bad part for Wu Jin is the fact that 2 and 3 are so available for another foul. To try to get her to foul one more time.
Yes.
So she's playing for the 3 fouls.
I like playing the 1 down here and drawing behind the 3 here. Well, she's going for it. She's going for the win. She can also, you know, still on 2 fouls, so.
Well, the 6-8 is a little bit of a problem.
Well, that's the perfect one to go for the 3 foul.
Exactly. That's why the way with ball in hand, I would try to put that cue ball back behind that 2 again. The way she did, and because she can get the angle for it, or travel the cue ball behind the 9. There's just so many different ways she could play the safety.
If she can run these to the 6 and get a dead hook behind that 8, if she doesn't have a shot at it, you know, an easy shot.
You know, one of the things about with her being on 3 fouls, if she wants to run the balls, well, she's going to have a problem with the 5, but she can, like you said, where the 6 ball is, just stop it right there on top of the 8 and then hide the 6.
Yeah, straightforward run to play this 4 into the side. Just bring it off the rail. Leave some kind of angle, George, to get over that, back over that side for the 5.
I think she's planning to get on that, well, the 6 ball does go for the corner where she has her hand. So if she gets on the 5, oh, she's going to try to break the 6.
Well, I thought that was too, oh, it's okay.
Yeah, she's okay
She's on
with
it. Yeah, I thought for a second she'd gone behind the 8.
Well, she's committed to the run out. And she should be able to see this 4 and draw the cue ball to the head rail and come towards the 5 and try to leave it almost straight. And she has to have an angle to get off the rail to go to the 6 ball for position when she shoots the 5.
Good pace. Doesn't want to go straight. Hold up. Perfect.
She got there. She's got a nice position on the 5 to go to the 6.
I must say, very, very impressed with both of these players, George.
Mm-hmm. Straight across, or will she go up and come down towards the, yep. She's left herself a pretty long shot here.
Needed a bit more pace in it.
Yeah, a little bit. The good thing about this shot is it's just a matter of making in the shot. She should have position on the 8. Depending on the speed she shoots it. The softer the speed, pocket speed for instance, would make the pocket play bigger. It could slide in. Nice view of the shot going into the pocket. And nice, she hit that just so well.
Beautiful stroke. Same here, just low on the cue ball. Stroke it in again, top right.
Yeah.
Just smooth it in. I like the way she steps into the shot. Very good pre-shot routine. Nice little feathers, back, pause, and push through. Oh, a bit quick on. She got up a little bit there, George.
Did she?
Didn't stay still. So, Wu Jin then. An unexpected chance for the lady from Korea. Huge CueSports country, of course. Very, very popular with 3 cushion. And we have the UMB, the Predator UMB World Cup going on right here, right now. And it's finals day there today as well. In Korea, they actually have 2 designated 24-hour-a-day 3 cushion TV channels.
Oh, wow.
Incredible.
You pick up that sport, learn the diamond system, and work from there for your 3 cushion.
It's great to play all the different disciplines, isn't it, George, of CueSports? Gives you that more, you know,
It does.
knowledge.
Well, the more disciplines you play, the more you take away, you know, some shots from each one that will work in all the others. For instance, your 3 cushion really helps you with position play, safety
Kicking,
play,
yeah.
kicking,
Yeah.
stroking the ball.
Yeah, you need to stroke the same all the time. 3 cushion, that's a
How nice
nice
the
stroke.
shot is. Now she's landed on the rail, but she should be happy with this.
She's on the rail, but she could be on the hill if this goes in. Well, she will be on the hill if this goes in.
Once this goes in.
And it does go in. So 3-2. Brittany Bryant, let's bring you some scores from around the room. Jasmine Ocean has won the first set 4-0 against Kaylee McIntosh, and she's 1-0 down in the second. Kyoko Sonet and Melissa Helland are level at 2-2. Heather Cortez has won a rack back against Kelly Fisher. She now trails 3-1. Angeline Tikalu is 2-1 up against Angela Janic. Lena Corsovic 3-2 up against Mary Tam. That's a interesting close match there. And Alison Fisher is on a comeback. It's now 3-2 to Amalia Matas after being 3-0 up. Ashley Burrows 2-1 up against Susan Williams. And here, of course, Brittany Bryant 3-2 up and Wu Jin Lee.
Alison Fisher, or is it?
And Alison Fisher has just levelled it up. 3-3.
Well,
Hill in the first set for them.
Well, Brittany Bryant won her first 3 rounds of stage 1 against Anna Regler, Savannah Easton, and Jennifer Beretta. So she's faced some pretty tough opponents. In fact, Jennifer Beretta would be one of the, I guess you could say, favorites.
Yes, certainly up there.
Best known players, one of the best known, better known player, excuse me.
Has a lovely room in New York called Skyline. There's quite an aura surrounding that lady when she walks into the room, Jennifer Beretta.
Jennifer? Well, she was on the series The Hustlers, that was filmed, I think it was at Steinway Billiards,
yeah,
which Tony Robles told me that might be closing down.
Well, it's up for sale, I heard.
Mm-hmm. Well, for sale here is a safety. She's played a very good one on Brittany Bryant. The 1 ball down by the 10.
Yeah.
She's looking to go 2 rails, but that ball is so small, the 1 ball is.
Michaela Tab parading around the arena, keeping a close eye on things here. Extension call.
Extension.
So she has another 30 seconds.
Michaela is such a professional when it comes to working tournaments.
Top class referee.
Mm-hmm. She's going to try to push the 2-ball onto the 8. It
Well,
looks
she
like,
hasn't.
well,
She hasn't succeeded because it goes in the top left. I think she could be in trouble here again, though. Look, nice little draw behind the 10 ball here, George. Could be her going for the 2 fouls this time.
And stick it right on top of that.
Can go either way here. I like putting it in between the 9 and the 5 if she can, and get right in behind that 10 ball. Glue it so she can't go one rail.
Well, it looks like that's what she's going to do. Both players have used their extension. Another safety, and look where she's placed the 1 ball, right up by the 2-8, which means that if she gets ball in hand here again and has her opponent on 2 fouls, more than likely she'll use the 2-8 to try to get the 3rd.
The tables have turned.
Well, actually, Brittany never went for the 3rd foul. Remember, she went for the run out in that game. Nice hit. Takes away the possibility of the 3 foul.
Oh, talking of the tables turned, now Wu Jin is hooked. Nice 2 rail escape here, though.
Yeah, a little
probably called aside.
A little tactical game for you there, Mark.
Yeah, I love it. I'm enjoying this, George.
And you thought we were going to have a slow day. We spoke of that. Nice hit.
Oh, great hit.
And as you said,
nice little touch there, George, as well, to hold the 1 ball.
And as you said just a little bit ago, tables have turned.
She must call aside here.
She's
going the other way.
She has 2 ways to kick this. Did you like going for it to the side pocket?
No, looking at that angle, no. So she's played it the right way. What a shot that is.
Thank you.
I wonder if she would consider going to the head rail and coming back down towards that 1 ball. She's going
Might
to play
go 3 rails here. 2 wide, just missed it.
So short. Ball in hand.
By a whisker. A cat's whisker. Have you got any pets, George? Oh, you've got dogs, haven't you?
Yeah.
Golden retrievers.
2 golden retrievers.
What are their names?
Brew and Bailey.
I hope they're not watching the TV. Their heads will go against the screen.
Well, it's funny because sometimes my wife will put the stream on the TV, and they all come lay around the TV thinking, hearing my voice. For instance, when if I FaceTime her, and she has the speaker on their phone, they'll do the same thing to come lay at her feet.
Yeah, she can get through to this, no problem.
Nice shot, and it's close to go to the side pocket. The 3 ball will go by the 7. It's a shot, but the cue ball will go right into the 4.
She can dig down, of course, if she wants. Draw it to this bottom rail. Back up to leave it in the side. There, she's doing just that. Very nicely played. She's on the hill, remember. She wins this one. She's guaranteed at least a shootout, George.
Mm-hmm. Which means that Wu Jin will have to win the next set. But first she has to win this one. Get out of this rack.
Oh, she's caught the 10. Where's it gone? Look at that. I think she's okay. Just.
Yeah, she's.
Well, no guesses. She won't be potting the 9. She'll be taking the 10 ball. Should she get that far? But she's got a shot on this 5 ball.
Sure does. She'll probably go hit the rail right where her hand is and come back towards the 6.
Very nicely played indeed. Use the top rail here, will she? I'm sure she can hold it. Looks a little bit thin for that. I always like to use the rail here, George, rather than just, otherwise you tend to decelerate. You can and not hit it.
Well, there's
stroke it nice.
All right. There's 4 balls left on the table, but pocketing this 8 ball pretty much wins you the game. With that 9-10 laying like it is. She'll just play the 9-10 combo.
Yeah, I still don't like being too far away from it. If you hit that too thin, might not have the pace to make the 10. So she's still got a shot to play here.
She'll bring the cue ball 2 rails.
Yeah, that's the right way to play that.
There you go.
Love it.
And
now it's unmissable.
And this is for the first set. We will go to a break between sets. We normally do. And there it goes. We'll be right back. back with the beginning of the second set in the race. So it'll be a race to 4. Brittany Bryant will be breaking. This is a winner break. 3 foul rule, as we saw both players try to go. Well, one player tried to go for the 3 foul.
I've just spotted the lovely WPBA logo look over by Brittany's chair there.
Mm-hmm.
It looks great on the screen, doesn't it? I like that logo. This is a WPBA sanctioned event.
And everything you want to know about the WPBA is on WPBA.com. The rankings.
You're thinking of the Women's Darts Professional Association.
Is that what was I doing? No, I just couldn't say WPBA.
There, you've said it.
Yes, I was practicing. Playing safe. Will she get behind this 4 ball? No, she bumped it. Long straight in shot.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen Woo Jin shoot for quite some time now. Not much future in making this, really, is there?
Well, she'll have a nice safety behind the 4 if she really wants to slow roll
she
it.
might even draw it all the way back and play the 2-10 combo.
That would take some shot.
It would, wouldn't it? But she's got the action, the cue action to do it.
She could actually shoot this real soft, like if she was banking it up to the corner. In fact, she might even choose to bang it up in the corner with the 7 ball there.
2 balls straight back.
There you go. You were at Derby City, weren't you?
I was.
There you go. Straight back.
Loved it.
She did.
Oh, unfortunately, the 7 went in. Now then, option. Now, this is one of those. Will Brittany want to give this back? I think not. She has the option because Woo Jin made a ball in the wrong pocket. Kelly Fisher has taken the first set against Heather Cortez. And Kelly's 2-0 up in the second set. Jasmine now 2-1 up in the second set, having won the first. And Alison Fisher is all square 3-3 with Amalia Matas of Spain.
Heather Cortez is from the Phoenix area, playing one of the best players in the world. That'll give her some experience to go back to Phoenix and take down some of the local tournaments and some of the local players.
Yeah, all these build confidence, don't they, George?
Yes, they do.
You're always learning as well, playing better players than yourself. I'm sure she won't mind me saying that Kelly is the better player.
Oh, well, it's undisputable. Always a learning experience when you play a top-ranked player. You want to learn from it. You try to win it, but the lesson is learned if you don't. But we saw some, what you might call pretty big upsets in the Predator World 10 ball. You can't say they were unknown because they were well known in player circles, but a lot of talk from the fan base wondered, who are these guys that just are in the finals of the World 10 ball?
Yeah, Tevez took some huge scalps.
Oh my, did he ever, and in a big way. Meanwhile, this young lady here has to win this set to force a shootout so she can continue. We are in the final 16. There's no tomorrow for either one. It's either take home $1,200 or move on and play and try to win $15,000.
Nice straight in on the 8 here. Just run the cue ball through a little bit. Little stun follow. Yeah, I like playing it like that. You can still play the full stroke. I mentioned the WPBA and sat next to us, tournament director Jerry Stucker, hard at work.
Yes, he
He
is.
has been for the last few days.
Well, is she going to come across here and play the 10 ball in the same pocket?
She's in between, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's not sure what to do.
That's, you want to come across and play the 10 in the same pocket.
Has she got enough angle though? I think that's what she's worrying about, George.
She does. I can look at the 9 ball, and she does. Especially on this table, this nice and fast cloth.
Well, that's what I was talking about. I
Well.
wasn't sure she had, and she's had a little rub of the green there, or should I say the blue.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to take this first rack in set number 2, having lost the first. In it goes.
The young lady from Korea takes the first opening game of the second set. And this is her first WPBA event. And here she finds herself in the final 16, but she finds herself the first set down.
Well, she could be the female version of Christopher Tevez. He came through unnoticed, and Woo Jin Lee, you know, not much robustness as you talked about in her Fargo rate, but I'm sure people within the game know her.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's the first time a few of us have seen her, but I think we're going to see a whole lot more of her. Winner breaks, of course, so we're going to see Woo Jin, see if she can get that break going again.
Well, just keep in mind, if you go to WPBA.com, you can get the rankings, the events, the sponsors. You can find the dates for the 10 events for the WPBA for 2022.
Just came off the side of them slightly, but made the 2 in the corner. Now she's got a nice shot on the 1 here. Now, can she play this with inside English with a little bit of right hand English and just catch the 8 ball to stop the cue ball, George?
That's going to take, I don't think she
No, I
can,
don't think she can.
she can
Yeah, I
spin
think
it
she
in.
can. Huh?
I'm not sure she can spin that ball over, especially with inside English.
Perhaps she's playing the safety behind the 8. There you go, inside English.
Because she has to really, with that inside English, she really has to come outside because the ball's going to come back to it. And the 8 ball was kind of blocking that.
And the 8 ball is partially blocking the 1 ball now. So hasn't sold out completely, as they say.
She's probably just going to use the 8 ball to block the 1. Softly and
Welcome
easy.
to everyone on YouTube, guys. If you've got any questions for anyone, if it's not for either of us two, we'll pass it on to somebody that might know the answer. I'm not sure I will. George, there's a good chance you'll know the answer.
Well, we'll find out when I get asked the question.
So great to have you with us, guys. Wants it to run just a little bit more. Decent safety.
She could bank the 1 ball down to the lower right-hand corner pocket and take the cue ball behind the 6-7. It's a natural shot. And she's done well, but she's left the 1 ball
The jump cue comes with her again.
over the pocket. Yes.
She's going to drop one of them. Which one? She's dropped the playing cue. Don't stand on it. Wow, precarious, but she's using it like those sword dancing, you know, when they stand. Well, now she's got rid of the jump cue.
That's a nice-looking Fury cue to put on the floor and possibly step on it.
Extension.
But it saves her a trip back to the chair, and with a 30-second shot clock, she's making sure she doesn't waste any time.
It does look like a nice cue, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's a good-looking cue.
And she puts that one down again and picks the other one up. Maybe play with both of them, George. Are you allowed to do that?
Well, you can shoot with any cue you want.
I just wonder if you can shoot with both cues at the same time. I've seen Florian Kohler do it.
Well, we've seen. Is he human?
I don't think so.
The way the shots that he makes, just the creativity that he makes, you know, with the shots that he shoots. Who would ever think of playing on the pool table with no cloth?
Did you see the one that he done with no rails, with no rail cloth on?
I think I did.
The angles that it was coming off of was just incredible. That man can do anything. This is a nice shot. This is a great shot. I really like that. Well controlled.
There's some talk here in the chat regarding our Predator World 10-ball runner-up, Christopher Davis from Peru. He had a 761 Fargo. When the data from this tournament goes in, he's probably going to be at about a 770. Oh, that's just my guess. To go up 9 points when you already have 3,500 or 3,700 games is pretty hard. But he took down 800 Fargo players, or 4. Carlo Beato, Darren Appleton, Jason Shaw. What a list. As you called them, Mark, you took down some important scalps.
Yeah.
Colin.
Almost out of time. They had to rush it. Ended up missing it. So Woo Jin Lee, chance to go 2-0 up. We could be seeing our first shootout of the day on our first game of the day. And remember, we have them coming thick and fast today. One at 12, one at 2, and the final, the big one, at 4 p.m. this afternoon, Las Vegas time. Hopefully you can stay with us all day, guys. Enjoy the action. See some players that maybe you haven't seen play before.
Mm-hmm. And keep in mind that this is the U.S. Pro Billiard Series event, and it is very different from the Predator World 10-ball event we just had that you were watching the last 4 days. It was actually 5 days. Our days run together here.
You're arguing with yourself now, George.
Yes, I am. And, but the Predator World 10-ball was played under WPBA rules, and this is played under WPBA rules, except that the format is different. And there are early 10 balls because of the Pro Billiard Series event and the rules. So they made a small adjustment.
You can just make out the little cross on the table, look, just behind the black spot, and that is where the 10 is spotted for the shootout. She's played this beautifully. What a great shot. Played it with lots of right hand side on the cue ball.
And look how nice this leaves, you know, position for the 6 and then the 7. And just getting to that one position opened up the rack for her.
There's the backhand, nice loose grip. Decided to go forward, so she could be playing the 6 into the same pocket probably. Wants to come past it. Ooh, she just clipped it, made it a little bit more awkward, but it's okay.
I thought she might stop the cue ball there where the 5 ball was and play the 6 to the side. Instead, she's coming back for the 7 to the same pocket.
Oh, nice little billiard she played there. That's perfectly played. First person through to the last 8. Kelly Fisher has won in straight sets against Heather Cortez 4-1, 4-0.
She's going to want to run this up just a little bit. Move up so that she has a good angle to come to the 9 ball, because she can't get the cue ball off the rail.
she played that into
Mm-hmm.
the other side of the pocket. If she'd have played it in the other side of the pocket, you know, used the rail, George, she might have just got out a little bit more there.
Well, these pockets are 4 1/4, so they're very careful that they don't hang them up. But like you said, that was a good way to play it. Uh-oh.
Oh, no, don't make mistakes. Oh, Wu Jin, what have you done, Wu Jin?
She was trying to hit higher than that and come off the rail to have the 9-ball straight into the right side.
Now, I'm going to say once again, if she'd have played the 7-ball into the other side of the pocket and just played it with a little bit of stun, she would have got the cue ball away and that wouldn't have even come into the equation. Then she's just played a nice little stun shot. Right, we're going to go for a quick break, George, after this, but we're going to be back. This is getting interesting.
Welcome back. Tied at 1 in the second set. Brittany Bryant will be breaking the balls as she was aided by her opponent with a foul in the side pocket, dropping the cue ball playing position and gifted a rack. 9-ball straight in the corner.
Look at the 1. Is that going to hang up? It is.
It is.
Oh, look at the 4-6.
Work to do. And look at the 3-10. Work to do.
Well, I'm looking at that. Is it the 4-6? It is, isn't it? Is that a combo, George, into the side?
It could be that the side pocket is about maybe a ½ inch from the angle that 6-ball is going into it.
You're saying it's tight.
It's very, very tight. She's got work to do. She's got to do something with this 3-ball. Doesn't look like it has a pocket. She's got to do something with the 2-ball now, as the 3-10 appear to be in the way of the path of the cue ball. Nice camera angle that tells us it blocks the part of the ball that she has to hit to pocket it.
Well, we've just been told the next match on this TV table will be the winner of the Alison Fisher and Amalia Matas game against the winner of the Lena Corsovic and Mary Tam game. At the moment, Alison Fisher won the first set 4-3, and he's 1 rack down in the second. Lena Corsovic also took the first set against Mary Tam 4-2.
Wu Jin Lee has a kick shot where she's called the 2-ball in the right-hand side pocket off the bottom rail. Depending how she hits this, the cue ball may track up towards, oh, she got way underneath it and kicked it to the corner. Now she's pocketed a ball, and she's going to be put back in, because if you pocket a ball out of turn, the incoming player has the option to give the shot back to you if you get a safety out of it, and that's what she's done. So now she has to try to find a way to hit half a ball here, because this 3-ball is awfully small, except from this angle. She's got a full ball on that side of the, coming in from that side of the table. If she kicks this to the corner pocket, she should hit this 1 ball. Try to find the long line from the, just like this. I wonder if she called the 10 there. That was pretty close. Actually, Brittany has a pretty good shot here. If she can pocket the ball with right English, a little bit of draw right English, she could come into the 4 to open him up. And from this angle, it sure looks like it can be done. Actually, just center right. If it was a clock, you'd want to hit it at 3 o'clock. The cue ball, that is. And that's where she's going.
She hasn't got that amount of time, George, on a 10-second shot clock.
It was too much English. And she's, well, she has an easy kick to the head rail and down.
Now we'll see if this 6 is on.
Yeah, we will. It's going to have to be awfully soft if she wants to make the 6. She's looking at it.
She's looking.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Mark called this 6-ball at the very big opening of the rack. Let's see if
she's called it. She's just told Michaela tap 6-ball. Side pocket.
How did she say that?
6-ball side pocket.
Well.
Oh, she's hit it hard. But she played it in a good way. I like the way she played that, to hit it thin. And she's got, well, it's definitely on now.
Yes, now there's a pocket for it.
Finally, my vision may come reality.
That's pretty good, Mark. You called that from the opening break.
I had to get one right in 12 days, George.
You get them all right.
I always like to offer an alternative just to, you know.
Both players kicked at that ball and hit rail first.
Now then, how about putting this cue ball down behind the 7-6?
I'm not sure if she can hit the bottom side of the 4. In other words, on the bottom of the table to come over there. It looks like she can only hit the top side or hit it full.
Behind the 8 then. Oh yeah, she can only catch the right-hand side of it. Get it over behind the 8 ball. It's not going to reach that far, but it's a decent behind the 10-ish. There you go.
Now she's calling into the side. Nice call, because she wants to kick it up. If she hits before the side pocket, the 4-ball may end up on the head rail, and the cue ball between the 10-6, not really giving up a bank shot, but not a straight in.
Lots of right-hand spin on this ball. Played it great.
And there you go.
Oh, I like that. She's just clipped the 5 off the rail as well. Well, there's a chance, but there's a scratch on here, George.
If she does that, I would bank the ball to the lower right-hand corner with the 7-ball there. If she hits way up, it could come off the 7 and go in. It's lined up for the bank, but I would just go ahead and take the bank here.
Didn't see what she called it. Looks like she's going to cut this in.
Sure looks like it with the English she's using. Yeah, she's playing safe all the way behind a 5.
Yeah, smart shot. But chance now to go twice across the table with the cue ball to get over behind one of those 3 balls down this end.
Well, let's see what co-training does with a shot like this, because she was trained by the Ko brothers, so we'll see from Taiwan.
She's played it. She must have called that, and it's hung up. Now then, this is interesting because this is so deep into the pocket. I'm not sure can she rail first this, George?
It doesn't appear. It looks like the 5-ball has that blocked. And if she comes in from the
yeah,
side,
I'm talking about because it's so deep in. I mean, she can
so
definitely
deep.
get past the 5, but can she just clip that 4? She's had a close look at it.
Well, we're going to find out real quick because she's playing it.
It's just a tad of right-hand English as well. Yeah, she played it nicely. Just made it, right?
Good call. Your eyes, you complain about your eyes, and here you're calling shots like that.
Yeah, but the screen's about 3 inches from my face. Actually, my nose is almost touching the screen, George. Where's she going with the cue, boys? Looks okay to me.
Little harder.
Yeah, that's okay.
She's good. She can cut it back down to the corner. Just a little cut shot. 7 balls over the pocket, so as is the 8.
Nice little layout for the last 3 balls. 7 and 8 over the pockets. 10 ball right in the middle of the table. Jasmine Ocean very close against Kaylee McIntosh to take in the match. She won the first set 4-0. She's 3-1 up in the second set, already through. Kelly Fisher.
Oh, what speed she hit that with. Nice speed to get on this 10 ball and take a 2-1 lead in the second set after winning the first.
Ashley Burrows has taken the first set 4-1 against Susan Williams and leads 2-0 in the second. So how do you see this going now then, George? Such a shame that that scratch from Wu Jin Lee. She looked in control.
That was huge.
And then all of a sudden, instead of being ahead, she's now behind 2-1.
Good call there, Mark. Instead of being 2-0, it was tied at 1. And now Brittany Bryant has taken the lead.
Now, how do you like my new shirt I've got on, George?
It is a very good looking shirt.
What does it say on it?
It says it's from one of our sponsors. It says Alfa Coin. In the back, all up and down. It's really a good looking shirt.
Look at the back as well. It's all down the back.
Where's Esteban? Where's
So, Brittany Bryant to break off, leading 2-1 and by 1 set to 0.
Brittany Bryant. It's a 676 Fargo with 5,000 plus games in robustness, and she leads Wu Jin Lee, who is a 688, but she's only got 139 games in robustness. So her Fargo really isn't quite established. Fargo claims that at 200 games you should have an idea of your real Fargo. I think it's closer to 400 to 500 games, where the more the data, the more reliable it is.
Put it this way, I wouldn't call her out.
I wasn't calling her out, Mark.
No, I'm saying because of
Yeah,
her Fargo
no,
is her
that's right.
Fargo, even though she's only got that robustness, I think it looks pretty accurate for the way she plays.
Thank you.
I certainly wouldn't be calling her out.
In fact, you'll find that I rarely call anybody out.
I've seen
But
you
I
play.
see your point. You have not?
We still haven't had our game, have
That's
we?
right, no.
Is it going to happen today?
We could. When?
After
No
the
time.
final?
There won't be any tables left. They'll be tearing them down immediately.
Not the bar boxes.
Oh, the bar box.
The Salotto one will still be there.
By the time we run up and get our cues, it'll be gone. They move pretty fast. Trying to get out of this, folks. I'm not really. It'd be a pleasure to play, Mark. We could go to Griff's.
I've got to help tear down.
Ah.
I've got an excuse to get out of it. All those chair covers that I spent so long putting on with a couple of others, they're all got to come off again, George.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
This is a great game.
Yeah, notice the tempo has just dropped slightly, and that's because we're getting to the, as I like to say, the business end of this. It's a good. Now then. Well, it was a scratch that cost Wu Jin a rack. Can Wu Jin come back and take this rack after a scratch by Brittany Bryant?
Well, she's going to have to run the 9 balls. They're sitting in a very... Actually, they're sitting rather nice where it won't take much cue ball movement whatsoever to get to them all. It's just a matter of find your pattern, but there is a time clock, so...
Extension called. Just working out. It's just a little bit congested, isn't it? Look at that little pattern over that left-hand side of the table, George. The 9 ball all on its own. Over on the right. Well, 4 to the 5, 5 to the 6 are the key shots here.
Yeah, the key here is to move forward just a little bit with the cue ball so you can just draw the cue ball in place for the 5 in the same pocket as the 3 ball. Kind of like that. Now I believe she has the angle to come towards that 10 with the cue. No, she doesn't.
I think she's got to draw straight back and play in this bottom left, George. She's coming around to look at the 5 now, look.
Yeah.
I don't mind that either.
It's just kind of with the 8 ball there, you have a tendency of making sure you avoid the 8 and go too far away from it.
Yeah.
And so that you don't hit it. That puts it into the rail.
Just in time.
And you all heard that 30-second shot clock go out just after she delivered the stroke. If she hadn't hit the cue ball prior to the buzz, it would have been a foul. And here's a good look, good camera. Go down past the 8 here.
Why did she hit it so hard? She just seems to have lost her nice smooth stroke momentarily.
Well, there's a theory I have. Players, when they're not sure, they have a tendency of hitting a little harder, stroking a little harder. And so speed, or that stroke, sometimes, you know, because of their accuracy, they're not comfortable with it.
Yeah, your brain's telling you you need to hit it hard when in reality you don't really have to. You just have to cue through more, a little bit more backswing and smooth it in. So never took advantage of it.
Tony's tips. And we're going to have to write a book on your tips, because that was a very good one. You smooth that in and use and slide off the rail. With speed, you can't slide off the rail. You bounce.
Yeah, there's a particular shot that illustrates that. And it's when I practice to get it's the first shot I start with. I just start smoothing balls in, see where the 8 ball is. I'll have the cue ball down here by the first diamond, off the rail, of course, and then I'll increase my speed on playing that 8 ball up into that top left-hand corner with each shot. A little bit more backswing, little bit more follow through, and so on, until you're literally drawing the cue ball all the way around the table with no effort whatsoever, you know. And that's just a shot I use to get my action going. I've seen a few pros do it. I've seen Shane Van Boning do it as well. Earl Strickland is another one that uses that. It's just that kind of shot that gets your timing nice, you know.
Yeah, Earl likes to set a ball up kind of where the 9 ball is, down one diamond from the side pocket, and line it up straight in, and then shoot it to the upper right-hand corner, and follow the cue ball 3 rails and scratch on the bottom right-hand corner. It's one of my favorite shots. I try to get in stroke. Do that just to really let your stroke out.
3 railing the cue ball, you mean? Yeah. Yeah, it really does get you pushing the cue through. Yeah. Because you can't make that shot if you don't.
Exactly. It has to be
stuns
smooth-stroked.
or yeah, exactly. Or you stun
stroked.
it. And what you find, George, when you're cueing so well, you know, to draw back, you don't have to aim quite so low, and to get that follow through, you don't aim so high. So really, you're just going up and down the cue ball. Brittany looking good here to get on the hill for a 2-0 win over Wu Jin. Whenever I see someone lose, it breaks my heart. I just feel so sorry for them, you know.
Well, somebody has to win, somebody has to lose.
I know, but it's still so sad. You know, come all this way and to just, well, she's earned $1,200 if she does go on to lose.
Right.
I'm not saying she's lost it yet, but if she does, you know, the loser will still get $1,200.
Well, with $1,200, we'll take a break and have to pay some bills here. After this 10, be back.
We're back, guys.
Okay.
Brittany just went to get a cup of water.
We thought she had stepped out. And I saw something in the chat where a friend was asking about a certain match. And Susan Williams' match. She's from Arizona and one of the popular players there.
Yeah, she lost the first set 4-1. She's playing Ashley Burrows, and she's 3-0 down in the second, unfortunately.
Oh, wow.
For any of you Susan Williams fans out there.
And she has quite a few from the Phoenix area, from Arizona, and probably all around the United States now. She's one of the better players in Phoenix, Arizona.
Lena Corsovic won the first set against Mary Tam 4-2, and she's 3-1 up in the second on the hill. So in a good position to beat Mary Tam. Mary Tam's, I consider, one of the favourites for this. She's won a couple of big tournaments just recently.
Last year during the U.S. Open One Pocket Tournament, I was at Griff's here in Vegas, and I was watching Mary Tam play a couple of sets. I believe she played Pia Filler.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Was that when we went there together?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, exactly. They were playing on that table, first table as you walk in. Yeah.
Sure. Oh, a nice hit, and it's in. Look at this shot.
Yeah. Looked in all the way, didn't it? From the time it hit the rail.
From the time she hit it, yes. I guess I could have been missed, huh?
The person on the hill to win, Angeline Tickle-out, another one who's tipped to go far in this. She won the first set 4-1, and she's 3-1 up. Sorry, 3-0 up in the second against Angela Janic. So a few of these games nearing the end. We will have another game coming up for you in this table at midday, hopefully. And it will be the winner of that Lena Corsovic Mary Tam match against Alison Fisher or Amalia Matas.
The Spanish Lady Matador.
Do they have lady bullfighters?
You know, I seem to recall.
What would you call them? Senoritas? What do you call them?
A matador. Matadoress.
Matadoress?
I don't know what you would call a lady matador. Oh, that.
Well, looked like it's okay.
It looks like she got the shot off in time.
Just in the nick of time. Now then, I think she can get through to this. Big chance, Woo Jin Lee.
For some reason, I seem to recall a movie where there was a lady matador. Meanwhile, this young lady here.
Let's have a look. Where are those eyes going? Cue ball, object ball, object ball. Just as she shoots, eyes flick to the object ball. Gone a little bit close to the rail again. Now, this cost her last time, remember, on that 8 ball, which was the start of the downward spiral, I suppose you could call it. So she has to make this. Is she going to come back across?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what she's doing.
Nicely played. Good stroke. Doesn't want to go straight. Well, she's got a slight angle.
I think I would just stop the ball there and play it safe. Thin the 6 and bring the cue ball around behind the 9. Just thin it real so it just barely moves and just leave it there because she's too straight to get position, I think.
Or even leave your bank in the, the 6 ball cross corner. Cue ball will be coming. Oh, she's overhit that. She's tried to do too much with it.
Exactly. That's exactly right, Mark. Great.
Great call on that one.
So now then, this is a real chance. Perfect angle to go over for the 6.
Nice angle, just a little bit of English. Doesn't need much to get over for the 6.
Oh, she couldn't have put it better. Look at this. She'll want a little angle on the 7 as well. Just a little bit closer to the 10, do you think, George, with the cue ball, just to leave yourself that angle?
No, just come out a little to the right of where she is now, because she can't leave it on the rail where it would give her a very natural angle to go to the 9. So just get off the rail about half a foot or a foot. Oh, that's not. Well, now she's got a big angle.
At least she's come part. I expected it to be about 3 foot short of that. I thought it was to stay on that line, but just to the left of the 10.
Now this is a preference. I like hitting this shot with a lot of left-hand spin on the cue ball to use the bottom rail to get up for the 9. But that may not be. That's too steep of an angle. Just come up towards the side with a little bit of right-hand spin, just like this. As I looked at that, it was too much angle. You know, you try to open it up with a 2-railer.
Now, a draw shot. I just like drawing this, George. Leave a medium length 10 ball.
Well, she's got 2 balls to win.
She's going through. She's going forward. She's going to hit that arrow on that Arcos cue ball. Gone a little bit far, a little bit 50-yardish, but fancy her to make this. These either go or they hang.
Yep, this is the 10 ball for the match.
One result, Jasmine Ocean has beaten Kaylee McIntosh in 2 straight sets. Angeline Ticolau also in 2 straight sets has beaten Angela Janic. And in the 10 ball goes. We'll be back soon with our next match. Thanks, guys.